Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I think I have seen this video before, but it's circulating again, so I think I'm going to do it again. This lady here, Kamisha Benjamin, the Deputy Director of IR, she is talking about KFC in Barbados, Kentucky Fried Chicken in Barbados, and their business model. Okay, now, right now, she is saying, or when she made this video, she said there are about 500 people working for KFC in Barbados, but there are only 42 permanent workers, 42 staff members. Okay, each person who would be working at KFC, they have to first do 1,820 hours in training. Okay, 1,820 hours in training, which means you train for over a year. Okay, you're required to do a year and 4 months. But she's saying, when she was further down the line, she said it's like a year and a month, but she said previously in her video, a year and 4 months you have to train. You're required to train for that amount of time before you could even think of becoming full-time. Then after that training, then there's another 3-month probation. Okay, that's how it came to 1 year 4 months. Okay, so the 1,820 hours is about a year and 1 month, and then after that you have a 3-month probationary period, which means you are required to work for 1 year and 4 months before you can even think of becoming full-time at KFC. And in the meanwhile, they're paying you at minimum wage. Minimum wage. And that's where the beef is. That's where the kicker is, that minimum wage. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're working in trainee as a supervisor or whatever role you're playing within the pyramid scheme of things, because you know the hierarchy of things, you are going to be paid for at least 1 year and 4 months minimum wage. Okay, so then after that, after you've done that, you're only guaranteed 27 hours of work. That's what she's saying. Okay, after you've done the year and 4 months, you're not even guaranteed a full week's work, like 40 hours. You're not even guaranteed that. Okay, so what is happening in Barbados is the business model of Kentucky Fried Chicken in Barbados is to pay Barbadian workers, and you know who make up the workers, right? You know, you can see the pigmentation on the skin. You know who make up the workers at KFC. The model is to make you work for as long as possible, calling you a trainee, calling you whatever. You know, you don't know a chicken wing from a chicken thigh, and you know, you don't recognize the breast and the legs. You have to work, you have to train for a whole year and 1 month to be able to identify different parts of that chicken. And then after that, work an additional 3 months, you know, as in a probationary period, and at minimum wage, and not even guaranteed a full-time job after all of that. So what we're hearing here, it's a form of slavery. It's a form of slavery. Okay, there's something called wage slavery. Okay, there is something called that, wage slavery, where you are working and you're being paid, but the pay is not sustainable. It cannot sustain a life. It cannot sustain you to buy a second-hand car. It cannot sustain you to pay rent. It cannot sustain you to move out of your mom's house and say, okay, thank you mom, thank you dad, I'm going off on my own. It does not provide for that. It does not provide for that. But then again, if you're working at a fast food restaurant, well, in here in the United States, they can get paid up to $15 an hour, in a fast food restaurant, depending on where you work. But yeah, in Barbados, being paid minimum wage, and working only 27 hours, guarantees 27 hours, you're not going to make it. It's wage slavery. Okay, wage slavery. So that's what Kamisha Benjamin is talking about. Like I said, I kind of remember this going around, but it's coming around again, so I'm doing it again. Okay, if I'm doing it again, I'm doing it again. So yeah, that's it on KFC in Barbados. They're not your friend. They're not out for you. They don't care about you. You're just a number. If they have 500 employees, well, not employees, let me pull that back. 500 people working there. 500 people working there, and only 42 are permanent. 42 are permanent. It tells you, based on their business model, what they think about you. It's telling you what they think about you. Check your pigment, check their business model, check everything. Okay, and then you come to your own conclusions. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.